Hello. Today we have Councilman Gibson with us. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Great. Let's start. Let's start with what ward do you represent?
I currently serve as a seat 2 of Ward 3 on the Jonesboro City Council.
Okay. And roughly, it doesn't have to be exact. Roughly, what area of town is that ward?
Northeast.
Northeast. Okay. How long have you been on the council?
I'm currently serving my 3rd year of my first term and hope to seek re-election again in 2012.
Okay. So 3 years ago, what made you decide to run for city council?
Well, Jack, in all honesty, it was more than 3 years ago that I made the decision.
Okay.
In 2004, I was given the opportunity by my employer to go through the Leadership Jonesboro program that's sponsored by the Chamber. And at that time, Mayor Brodell was actually the acting mayor. And he sat down with all of us individually, and he said that it was the most rewarding thing to perform civic service.
Right.
And I knew right then that I was going to move forward and do something. I just wasn't sure what it was.
Absolutely. So over the past 3 years, what has been your motivation to get up every day and go serve the city of Jonesboro?
The city of Jonesboro has given me and my family so much. I'm a lifelong resident of Jonesboro, and I've watched it evolve over the years and come from a small town to a small city. Essentially, is what it has evolved into.
Right. Now you mentioned that evolution over the past years. What specifically have you seen that's an asset to our growth?
I think the primary asset to our past, current, and present growth is the recruitment of industry. I think that's essential. We've got to create jobs to keep our economy growing. I think we've done a good job of staying on our feet through the economic downturn, and I hope that we can continue to do that.
So the growth and evolution that you just mentioned and talked about with the industry, over the past several years, we've noticed a huge boom in Jonesboro. Would you say that's a good thing or a bad thing?
Absolutely, it's a great thing, and we can kind of attribute that to our forefathers with not only the city leadership but the partnerships with City Water and Light and the Economic Development Council, to keep things moving in the right direction for this great community.
Sure. Now, what do you see for the future of Jonesboro?
Continued growth. I really think we'll sustain 100,000 within the next 10 to 15 years, or I certainly hope that we will.
Sure.
And, just continue to be economically stable.
Okay. Now, is there anything in particular that you, in representation of your ward, that you're going to drive for, anything that you're fighting for or really pushing towards?
As I said, we've got to have jobs, and that was one of my platforms initially when I ran for council was the continued economic development. And I hate to continue to focus on that. Another platform that I'm really passionate about is getting our E911 system out of the facility that they're in and get them in an adequate operating space.
Sure. That's, to be honest, they're one of the leaders in Arkansas with the technology that we offer.
Exactly. We've got a great system. I'm fortunate enough to serve as subcommittee chair on that committee. And as soon as I toured that facility, and if you not had the opportunity to go through there and see the conditions that they work in, you need to take advantage of that and go do it, because it's really incredible. And I was actually at a municipal league meeting back in the spring, and I had a gentleman from down South Arkansas corner me about the text 911 that we've implemented, and we were the first in the state to do that. And it's really been a good system for us.
Sure. And I've actually have been in there, and just like you said, you wouldn't believe what the amount of technology that we have, the things that we're leading the state in, yet what they're in.
We're operating in basically a cubicle. I mean, a large cubicle.
Right. Well, all right. You represent Ward 3, so if anybody has any questions or wants to pass along any information to you or report any issues, how might they go about getting in contact with you?
They can catch me at home at 974-7522, or they can email me at cgibson or cgibson@jonesboro.org.
All right. Well, folks, there you have it. Councilman Gibson, have a good day.